Draymond 格林如何走上播客之路？当克莱离开勇士，格林有什么反应？
I cried.
在他心中，谁是 NBA 中最难防的球员？
I would say the toughest player in my career that I had to guard was.
这次在 Fanatics 热粉主场的活动中，我和德拉蒙德·格林聊了一会儿。大家好，这是 Telfair， 我们一起来挖掘真实励志有趣的篮球文化。你的点赞让我不停更新。从2017年开始，我就是德拉蒙德·格林的播客粉丝。那一年，格林与勇士随队记者马库斯·汤普森二世合作了一档名为 Dray Day 的播客，这是格林首次涉足播客领域。但可惜的是 ，Dray Day 只更新了5个月便戛然而止。到了2019年，格林与 Bleacher Report 合作，推出了一档名为 Chips 的节目。作为主持人的格林邀请到了前队友凯文·杜兰特以及德马尔·德罗赞做客 Chips， 这也是杜兰特离开勇士之后第一次透露离开勇士的原因。在那之后的2021年，格林正式开启了属于自己的播客 The Draymond Green Show。3年之后，在上个赛季，他又邀请到了 NBA 全明星拜伦·戴维斯作为搭档。这档播客也更名为 The Draymond Green Show with Baron Davis。作为一路从 Dray Day 追到现在的老粉，我一直很好奇，格林为什么会选择开启属于自己的播客。
Hey, what's up, Draymond? This is Telfair. So, I think you're no stranger of this kind of scene. It seems like we're live on location. We're doing a podcast. So actually, I'm your oldest fan. One of the fan from Dray Day time. When I was in Austin, Texas, I'm a fan of Dray Day. When I get back to China, I'm a fan of Chips with Kevin Durant, DeMar DeRozan, and then you got your Draymond Green show. Now you got BD with you. So my first question is what makes you want to start your own podcast?
I started a podcast many years ago, as you said, the Dray Day show, and I didn't think it was great, but I always knew I wanted to do it. I just didn't feel the setup was right. And so when I started the Draymond Green show, I knew that I had to get it right. Like, you don't get a second chance at many things. So when you mess it up the first time and you get a second chance, you better get it right. And so I was very careful with the company that I picked to partner with. And initially we were holding out for a co-host because I told them, it has to be the right co-host. And time was kind of get away from us. So I was like, let's just start it. I'll start it by myself. And we'll find a co-host and we'll just pick up from there. But we need to get started. And when we started, it was like, oh man, I actually enjoy doing this by myself. It was something I had never done before. And what I didn't know is the platform that it would give me. It was such an incredible platform if I'm going to speak, you know exactly where to go find it. And I had no idea that would be the case. It was just something that I always wanted to do. I love talking about sports, especially basketball. And so it just kind of worked out, but I enjoy doing it.
我的第二个问题是关于勇士队的领袖话题。在勇士队的更衣室，库里与格林都被视为核心领袖，但是两人的性格却截然不同。而在中国的球迷间也流传着《水浒传》的说法。那么在这样的性格差异下，两人究竟是如何分配领袖职责的呢？
So my next question is about your teammate Steph. Obviously, Steph is the general on the floor. He's one of the greatest shooter. So he's the leader of the Golden State Warrior, but you also a leader of the Golden State Warrior, especially in the locker room. You the voice. So how you cooperate with each other?
It's an incredible partnership, brotherhood, that we've built over the years. And Klay was a huge part of that as well. Obviously, Klay's not with the team no more, but he was a huge part of it as well. And I think we just lead in our own ways. We understand what our lanes are. I am more of the emotional vocal leader that's kind of always speaking. And Steph is I'm going to speak exactly when I need to speak. And his voice has continued to grow. But it's oftentimes also like good cop, bad cop. I'll come lay the hammer down and then he'll come smooth it all over and get everybody where they need to be. But it's been amazing over the last 13 years to play with someone so special. Obviously a special basketball player, but an even more special person. And so to watch his leadership blossom and continue to grow, to continue to grow myself and us do that together. It's not oftentimes that you see that in the NBA. So I'm very thankful for it.
Can I say, like, you are more vocal, more aggressive, but Steph is more like walk it, talk it?
100%. Just chill under the radar. Chill under the radar. Like if he wants to say something, very rarely is he going to say it here. He'll probably come say it to you. You know, and it's a completely different style of leadership, but it works really well for us, you know, to have the balance of both.
在回答完我的2个问题之后，格林又从提问箱中抽取了2个来自现场球迷的提问。格林抽中的第一个问题是
Who is the toughest player for you to guard?
I would say the toughest player in my career that I had to guard was Kevin Durant when he was in OKC. Unbelievable. Today, I would say the toughest player to guard is Joker.
Oh, it's Joker. Gotcha. Why?
Very unorthodox game. You know, it never seems like he's on balance, but he's always on balance. You know, he knows exactly what shot he's trying to get to. And sometimes he takes these tough shots that, as a defender, you want someone taking that shot. But that's exactly the shot he's trying to get to. And it's bottoms, you know, and so when we say bottoms, that means the touch is nothing. It's just going straight through the net. And yeah, he's humongous, great size, super smart. He uses his teammates so well, so it's very hard to get help on the defensive end from your teammates, because if your teammate come and help, he's going to find one of his teammates for a wide open shot. So just a very, very tough challenge.
I still remember one quote from you. You said he's nothing from soft. Like, usually this kind of player who like to pass the ball, who like to shoot the ball from the three-point line are regarded as soft, but he is nothing from soft.
1000%. Most guys who has that type of game, one of the knocks that was always on those type of players was that they were soft. He's the complete opposite. He's seeking out contact every play. And then he's very smart at drawing fouls. So once he seek out the contact, he's going to make it as if you created the contact. So, man, just a very, very tough guard. And I think what I enjoyed most about guarding Joker is he didn't start off this way. He came into the league, I think it was a 47th pick or something like that. And I still remember the time he was backing up Nurkic, you know, and just continued to put the work in and to grow into the player that he is. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they get drafted together. Nurkic and Jokic.
And Nurkic was a lottery pick.
Yeah.
And Joker was late second round. And to become a player of the magnitude that he is, I think he's won 3 MVPs, 4?
Yeah, probably 3.
Yeah, like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I got you. You also from the second round, but you also a superstar, humongous superstar as well.
Thank you. 谢谢。
随后，格林抽到的第2个问题是
When Klay Thompson left the team, do you still want to play with him?
I cried. No, I'm just joking. I didn't cry. Of course, man. Spend first 12 years of your career with someone. It's very rare in this league. You know, that's why anytime I understand why people mention me and Steph together, because Klay is no longer there. But everything we've done, we wouldn't have done without Klay. And, you know, us 3, we grew together in this league. Our names are synonymous. You know, you can't mention one without the other 2. And, you know, with Klay, he's one of the most competitive guys I've ever been around in my life. And I put myself in that bucket as well, of guys that he's more competitive than. And I think I'm an extreme competitor. But, you know, everyone talks about Klay Thompson shooting as his best skill, and I don't think it is. I think his best skill is his competitive nature. And so we always envisioned doing it all together. You know, as long as we could do it and doing it all together, there never was a thought that we wouldn't be together. You know, so when he told me he was leaving, it was a little disheartening, but also a bit expected. You know, he just seemed like he needed a change and wanted a fresh start. And when you have a brother, you want what's best for them. It's not necessarily what's best for me. And so I didn't try to talk him out of it or anything when he told me, because he sounded so happy about what he was going to do. And, I didn't go through the ACL recovery and then the Achilles recovery right after that. So to come back from that injury and kind of not be who you once saw yourself as in that jersey, I'm sure that can be a mental challenge. And that's why I was so for him doing what he felt he needed to do, because it just felt like he needed that change for himself, for his sanity, for all the movement he'll have going forward. And so definitely wanted to continue to play with him, but ultimately knew that it was the best and right thing for him.
遗憾的是，因为时间非常有限，我想问的无数个问题，最终都没有机会问出口。也许在未来，我还会有机会和格林坐下来录一段真正的播客，好好聊一聊关于篮球的一切，谁知道呢？